So recently, while surfing on the internet, I found out that Shopify just released their new website on the start of 2026. That is actually the start. Anyhow, so while finding their website, I was landed on Shopify's Edition landing page, which is nicely done. So my design instinct just said to me, let's recreate this inside Figma. So that is what we are going to do in that video, which is recreating the Shopify's Edition landing page inside Figma all from scratch. And yes, I'm not going to use any sort of AI or stuff like that. So the video is going to be quite long, you can say, but yeah, it will be worth watching. So without wasting your time, which I already did, let's move to the computer screen where I teach you how we can create that cool effect inside Figma. Alright everyone, here comes the boring part, which is actually recreating that landing page. So this is the landing page I was talking about, which I showed already, so editing and stuff like that. Anyhow, so in that page you can see whenever we hover on any disk on the shelf, they bump up a bit on the screen, and when we click on them, they zoom in and we see a text related to that disk and a CDA. There is also a bit of 3D movement and a shadow behind, you can see, but we are not going in that depth because these are all 3D models. We are going to use their screenshots. You can also use a video and play with the video play and pause while hovering and all those stuff to make it cool inside Figma. The motive of teaching this is just to tell you guys that things can be done inside Figma even now, even the 3D ones. Anyhow, so I already created that effect, as you can see. So if you need that file, just hit a comment below, and actually not, I will give that file in the video description. So anyways, first thing we're gonna do, whenever you are going to start any sort of project like that, the thing you have to do, just took a screenshot of it and paste it inside Figma. So as you can see, we have that. What we're gonna do, let's make it move further. Let's take a frame, and we first are going to copy the background color. You can see a bit of noise. You can add a noise if you want. I don't want it at the moment, so I'm not doing that. So those things we're gonna waste over time, so we are directly adding what you can say, the header and footer and all those files. Just add an auto layout. I'm sorry, paste all of the things, remove the width and set it to auto. Just make a frame of them, hit enter, and you are ready with the basic layout. So these are the basic things. You guys can do that, I believe in you. So let's create the complex part, which are those shelf, and later on the animation. To create those shelf, whenever you are trying to copy something, there is a straight method for that, which is, first we are going to took a frame. Why I'm getting a frame, not a rectangle, because you see in that frame the light is coming through that source, and it creates shadow on the bottom of shelf. So we need a shadow, and to create a 3D look we need two rectangles to make that effect. To make that shadow and that rectangle within a single shot, we can use a frame once, and then we can play around the rectangle and all. Alright, so I'm gonna just those rectangles accordingly. Yeah, so what we are going to do is giving it a linear gradient. Just copy the color, and the last part is basically white. So yeah, it's pretty much done. You can also if you want more detailed, you can add more nodes to it. This is straight, again going to dark. Anyhow, so as you can see, we had the bar replicated. Now what we are going to do is, as I said, we are taking a rectangle. So just took a rectangle. As you can see, just turn off the clip content, and I am making it so long to be implemented. Anyhow, so while doing that, actually before putting it into what you can say the shelf, you can okay, so why we took the rectangle instead of the frame, because you can play with the nodes of rectangle, but you can't play with the nodes of what was that, frame. So just double click on it and pass it down straight to the line. Again, click on it, pass it straight to the line, fix it from here, and fix it from here as well. So we are done with that shelf. Put it into our frame, make sure that it is on it. So if you see, if you see those why I'm just messing around, you can just literally double click again, and yeah, we are done. Okay, so after doing that, obviously just you need a plain color, or you can play, oh shit, I'm sorry, you can just play with the linear gradient again. Actually, I guess the same gradient will work on this as well. Is it working? No, we need a plain color for that. Okay, so just we forgot the shadow. To create the shadow, just duplicate it, Control D, make it a bit, swap the positions. So as you can see, the shadow is on right to left direction. I'm very bad in telling the direction. If I told you wrong, I'm sorry for that. So what we're gonna do, make the shadow the same way. You can see here it meets. Just make it black, give it a layer blur, increase the layer blur. Okay, that is not good. You can actually use a progressive blur instead of the layer blur. Just say 80 on the top. Okay, so from the top we need a darker version, so we are going with something like 20 and 80. I don't know, actually, I just did that wrong. this is like the lower end is lower end and the start end is start. So we have to make a bigger number on top and a smaller number on the bottom. Okay, so the shadow is not that good because I haven't refined that. You can obviously do later. Okay, so before putting that into it, we're gonna have a frame, give it a fill, make it auto layout, center line, and just copy it, paste it. And where was our shadow? Actually, just okay, we are getting our shadow from here, which I did it by research. You can see the values. I give it a layer blur. Oh, is that easy? Okay, I just have to play with the color and I forgot. I'm sorry, I haven't planned that tutorial. I was just sitting on the table randomly. So yeah, it's okay to copy from your own work. We are just figuring it out, making it push lower. You can go straight to that point. So yeah, it's working quite well. In the similar way, you are going to create a rectangle, create a frame and then make a rectangle, do some shadows, and you're gonna get the second one as well. Okay, so the difference between these two is let me just paste it. Okay, so can anybody tell me why Figma have this thing on? I'm just gonna copy both of them. I'm gonna share that file as well. Okay, so done. It's 150. I can create the separate one as well, but it will going to take a lot of time, so I'm not going to do that. So the top one is basically the illusion is they are clicking the photo and this is the angle, right? So from that angle you can see the upper strip of the bottom shelf, but you can't see the upper strip of the top shelf. So yeah, this is the illusion you need to study, and after that you can replicate those shadows according to the method I told you, and then we can move to putting the disc on it. So for the disc, you can see we have let me just I just extracted all those images here. Okay, so first I pasted all the image within a single file. You can remove that, we are not working with this. And two, shadows. So now why I'm playing with two shadows here. The first thing is whenever you hover on it, you see the shadow is just changing from they are obviously made it according to the light source coming from here. So yeah, whenever you hover on that, you saw a 3D effect just because the shadows are changing, and also you see a bit of tilt alongside the frame. You can create a frame, use the same image as rectangle, play with the nodes as we did for the shelf, and can actually achieve that effect as well. For now we are just doing we are just playing with the shadows and the bump from the shelf. So to do that, we are going to replicate this, create another frame, give it like 300, I guess. No, 300 could be 250 would be good. Yeah, so just give it an auto layout and it will reset whatever you've done before. So image card or disk, maybe. What the hell? I'm actually too retarded by that mic. I have to, get a better mic. Anyhow, for the first one, you can put the image down, and for the second one, you can put the image to the up. Create a component for that. Make a prototype. While hovering, smart animate, and slow. Yeah, so we are getting that effect, which is smart animate, getting hover, blah blah blah. You see what I done, right? So the question is why I put them into the frame and I took the image as frame as well, not as a rectangle. So the reason is that when we hover, we want those buttons. By the way, in the original, why I'm showing my design, so in the original you can see while we're hovering, not only the shadows are changing, we also have two CTAs, which is a direct open link which redirect to the specific website, and one detailed link which actually open just the card as we click. And why did they do that? I don't know. So we are going to do the same thing, which is creating a button. Say open. Okay, so 5, I guess. Make it 100, give it a percentage, make it 50, make it black. I'm not going to use any color variables and all those design system as well. What I'm using in that video, I don't know. I'm just creating it randomly. And details, and you know what, just rename them CTA according to their number, and it as CTA what? Wrapper. Yeah. Alright, just copy that, paste it in the video, make it separate from auto layout, and put this out of the frame. As you can see, we have click content off. We have to turn that on. So for the first part, we have that shadow, which you can to check the shadows, there is a method which is, you can see here, and actually I have added those shadows here. So yeah, you can first place the object on the shelf and see how the shadows are going to look in different stages according to the component you made. So that will help you to understand which shadow on which component you have to put. Anyhow, I already did those shadows. You can also see the values here, which are quite in numbers. I picked them randomly, but always use a specified number. That will be good for the branding. Actually, if you guys are using any sort of design system, then you will not have any choice to do random things inside your Figma files. So anyways, I just put that thing, separate it from the auto layout. You can do in auto layout as well. Why I think we have to make it a little bigger, because when just make it a content, when it will be hover, it will go out of the frame. So yeah, just make it auto layout for that, and separate it from the auto layout here. Make it clear, 4 on the each side, 40 in the center. And now you can remove the auto layout, and they all are going to have one separatable. Okay, so to do this is actually a bit complex, you can say, according to, because this is actually the object which is portraying the 3D effect. So anyhow, you see, don't see at the moment. Okay, all right, we are getting some problem here, which is, okay, so I don't know why. Okay, these are in center. Why I'm not feeling they are not in the center? Anyways, we just created a basic layout for that. What we are going to do, just replace the images like that for all of them. Oh shit, where we are, here it is. As I said earlier, you can also add videos in your component, so you can play with variables. So when you hover on the card, they can play video, and when you open the card and they zoom in, then you can play a video. So yeah, you can do lots of things with that concept. Okay, so we done pretty much. Now we have to name those cards. Just name them card. We named them disc, right? Disc and their numbers. So the renaming is very important for the animation, because whenever you are doing any sort of animation, if the name of any component or object is different on one side of the frame, one side of the interaction, and the different on the other side of interaction, so when you try to animate them, they will not be you are not going to achieve the result you are looking for, because that is not how Figma works. Oh, okay, so we can actually make them clarity. We are not going to mess around again, because we are not having an auto layout in them. Anyhow, what's left now? Oh, the animation. Actually, before the animation, we need to make a zoom for every card. Okay, so to make that zoom, first create a frame, name it blur, and paste the frame inside this is called your main frame. Oh no, I don't know why I'm lagging in that. I actually don't know how to pronounce many things in Figma. I just do them. What a cringe dialogue that was. Anyhow, you can make this auto layout as well. So why are we making it in auto layout, and actually put it at the top of your frame and give it a effect of layer blur of not layer blur, you can do background blur, which would be more feasible. Okay, we give a background blur, but we need to give a fill of 10% as well. Okay, so as you can see, when you are giving blur on that, why I just left that space. Okay, so this will make us to focus on what our main card is. If you don't want to add that blur, you are free to do that as well. So as you can see, when in the original one we do that, we do have a blur in the background. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to take that text and that button, which is already being created. Why it's okay, so I got to know that we have a space in between, which are going to remove that. All right, okay, so we just forgot our card. Make it before making that effect, always make those interactions disabled, because they will gonna create a problem for you later on. Just put this inside that frame. The hell. All right, so I don't know why Figma is now allowing me to actually click on the cards behind that frame. That wasn't allowed before. Again, we are going to do with this. Oh shit, we are just detach there. I swear to God, there are so many weird things happening in Figma. I'm using it after a bit of time, so yeah, I guess it's because of the updates they are giving in their products. I don't know. Okay, so choose width accordingly, whatever you want. You can actually put it according to where your shelf are being ended, and the blur also helps you to read the text, whatever you are going to add with whatever font. All right, so okay, but here we did okay, so we have to do for all these cards. Obviously I'm not going to do that in that video. When you do all of this for all the cards, you gonna have to put that blur separately. Okay, so we are getting that problem again. Okay, so you have to get that blur again, make it out of frame, make it out of frame as well. By the way, there are many tools in the market at the moment which are trying to replace Figma. I don't know who will win that war, but yeah, things are happening very fast in the industry. Sorry for the lag, I feast after every time. Okay, so after doing that, you just have to remove the fill and remove the background blur. So this will actually help you to make the animation more smoother. So now when you prototype it, this frame with that frame, smart animate slow, we are good to go. You can play with the custom spring like that. Yeah, that will going to be good. Let's see. Oh, we haven't tried prototype side by side, so this is a one shot video. I don't know how much time it consumed. Okay, so we definitely did something wrong here. No, we didn't. Okay. Alright. I'm so sorry. We have to match the card, not the whole frame. That is so embarrassing. Anyhow, yeah, it's working fine. And after we did the frame, to go back, you can match that, make it slow. We not have to go fancy in that. Not that one, that is the original file. This is the tutorial one we are going to see. So okay, so this is the one we just created, not too speedy. Okay, so the buttons are too small, but yeah, you can fix them inside the component, and you can see it is working perfectly. Okay, we are seeing something. So this is this sort of things happens when as I told you earlier, that when we have something that is not common in our frame. So what we're gonna do, we are doing the same process with that. Okay, making it on the top, making it on the top, giving it the fill back, the background, and in the layer panel we see the disk 1. Okay, so it named them in a weird way. Okay, so just like that, make the frame a bit bigger, make it center line, and for the text and CTA, not you, be quiet, and make it right here. We are going to do, you can do more accurately, like by measuring stuff and all. I'm not doing this because I'm making it as quick as possibly I can. So yeah, as we can see, it's moving accurately, but yeah, we are not getting that effect, right? Okay, we haven't switched the prototype. Now it's a big L if it still doesn't work. Thank God. Okay, so as I said earlier, I planned that video randomly. I'm so fucked up in that I forgot to replace the animation, the prototype on that. Anyhow, Yeah, it's working fine. I was wondering why it's not working well. So yeah, also you see that thing, this is because of the order of disk. You can minimize that effect when you name this disk 1, starting from 1, and go straight up to 8. Now, as you saw, I used the Figma auto rename, which named them 8, 7, and blah blah blah. Sometimes randomly it gives things like that. Okay, so this was a hard watch, but the soldier who survived along the way. I just wanted to tell you that congratulations, you just learned something new. If you got any questions, just ask me in the comment section. You got the file link in the video description, and yeah, I will reply you as soon as I can. And follow Hypertech for more.